Now let's get back to the lesson and talk a little more about the Buddhist and non-Buddhist view on cause and effect. Let's begin with the non-Buddhist view on cause and effect. Searches for the answers to why things come to being and go out of being have been conducted by different religions, philosophers, and scholars ever since ancient times. And different conclusions on the thought of cause and effect have been reached. Generally, they can be divided into the four following types. Number 1, evil cause and evil effect, which basically means that everything is created by God. Second, causeless effect. It's a view that this universe is a result of an unexplainable cause. Thus, this cause is denied its existence. Thirdly, effectless cause. That this universe is a cause with an unexplainable effect. Thus, this effect is denied its existence. And number 4, there's no cause or effect, which is the denial that neither cause nor effect exist. But, of course, all of the above arguments can no longer stand up to the test of today's scientific era, as none solve the queries that human beings have in their minds. For example, if we were to say, if God creates everything, then where does God come from? That's a question. And as for the other 3 arguments, they either deny the existence of cause, effect, or both, and they're more or less considered groundless utterances in a way. Other than these above 4 points of views, there are 2 thoughts on cause and effect which exist in ancient India. The first one is the fact that effect impregnated within the cause, so that an effect is already gestated within the cause. For example, a grain of wheat grows because it possesses the character of wheat. But then we can question this saying by applying cause, condition, and effect into it, and say, what if sunlight, rain, fertilizer, and human labor are absent? Can wheat still grow? Or since an effect already lies within the cause, this effect should be able to manifest anytime. So why would it have to wait for the right conditions to be present? These are all the things which we need to think about. And the second thought on cause and effect in ancient India is effectless cause. The fact that effect is created along with a series of effectless causes. But since there is no effect within a cause, if a cause is related to the effect, then how can the two combine and create a result? Both of the above views see cause and effect as something materialistic, which makes them weak when they are placed against the test of logic and reasoning. This is the non-Buddhist view on cause and effect. Now let's look at the Buddhist view on cause and effect. Out of all arguments on cause and effect, only the Buddhist view on this concept provides a thorough explanation of the truth of this universe. The Buddhist view on cause and effect originated on its thought on dependent origination and emptiness. Take all phenomena of the universe as an example. Everything in this universe comes into being due to certain causes and conditions in order for the effect to take place. These effects then become another cause to create its own effect in a different condition, and so on. Going from a whole world to fine dust, neither of them is substantial, but with different conditions, the outcomes will be different. The concept of cause and effect is beyond the limits of space and time. The following 4 types of cause and condition can help us understand the intricate relationship between cause and effect. The first one is with or without cause and conditions. Cause and condition can be only understood through the way we deal with matters and then coming to realize what it is all about. When one realizes that you and I are equal, the universe is the mind, and the mind is the universe, then one has properly understood the meaning of cause and condition. On the other hand, if we continue to focus on the abstract theory and try to interpret the meaning of cause and condition by language, then this will be like trying to draw blood from a stone. The second way to help us understand the relationship between cause and effect is good and bad cause and conditions. Cause and conditions can be good or bad. Rather than living a 100-year-old life without understanding the rule of existence, one may as well just live for a day knowing what it is all about. If a person cannot understand the real meaning of existence and the cessation of existence, then he only has a shallow understanding of what cause and condition is. Consequently, he will be more susceptible to the changing effects of his environment and has lost the ability to pull himself out of the pit of darkness, where negative cause and conditions exist. On the other hand, if a person has a strong will and faith, then his conditions will be brighter and better, and in the end, the effects formed will be virtuous. And the third way to help us understand the intricate relationship between cause and effect is inner and outer cause and conditions. For example, the same set of parents may raise children with different characters, and the same teacher can nurture talents with different abilities. The general cause and conditions, such as parents or teachers, may be the same, but the inner cause and conditions, such as different levels of intelligence, mental will, may be very different from one another. Therefore, cause and conditions can either be internal or external. When external conditions are present and different inner conditions exist, the outcome may be very different. For example, imagine there were two boys who were being born in the same house, say they're twins, but you take one of them to a different place and allow them to grow up in a different environment. And then you will see very big differences in the boys' characters, learnings, as well as the way with which they interact with the world. Why? Because their external conditions have varied. Therefore, same internal condition, but one's external conditions are different, and then the outcomes can be quite different. Now, the fourth way to help us understand the relationship between cause and effect is righteous and evil cause and conditions. Cause and conditions can be righteous or evil. Some people understand that the cause of their illness is the imbalance of their physical and mental conditions. And then they would therefore accept a suitable treatment to regain their health. This is an example of righteous cause and conditions. But some people, on the other hand, cannot find the true cause of their illness. They tend to remain superstitious about their illness and believe that it is a punishment by God. As a result, they go to fortune tellers or look for charms or outrageous treatments that will only make their illness worse. This is an example of evil cause and conditions. The cause of our success, failure, hardship, or smooth sailing in our lives may depend on our understanding of cause and conditions. Therefore, it is important that we gain a proper understanding of what cause and condition is in order to create good effects rather than misfortune. Now, those were the Buddhist perspective or the Buddhist view on cause and effect. The following are also some correct understanding of cause and effect which we need to bear in mind. For example, when we look at cause and effect from the Buddhist perspective, they are not just exhortations for virtuous actions. In fact, they are the truth of this universe and the truth about life. But when we interpret this from a secular point of view, we will see that those who do not believe in Buddhism, or those who refuse to believe in Buddhism, will see cause and effect as mere superstition. Therefore, the following views are very important to us all. The first one is that cause and effect is not fatalism. Cause and effect is not fatalism, because fatalism is something which believes that a person's failure or success is in the hands of destiny, and it is pointless for one to work hard to try and change the situation. And cause and effect advocates that all effects, be they good or bad, are the consequences of our own doings. Let's call a person A. A was born in a civilized city and enjoys a comfortable life, while B spends his whole life living in the deep forest and is constrained to a difficult life of hard labor. But the difference between the two is not the injustice of destiny, but simply differences in conditions as well as cause and effect. They're simply subject to that condition, therefore they are forced, or they have no choice but to live according to the conditions that they have been given to. That's as simple as it is.